Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give you a guide for the Red Dragon high score battle in the battle ranking event. And I'm doing Red Dragon on stage level 200, but if you find yourself struggling you might want to play around and lower some battle effects. And I can suggest you could lower Dragon's HP, but if you have a good physical DPS then you can remove physical attack debuffs. And I have swapped Mad for Aerith since her Citric Wand is very good to boost Sephiroth's damage, and it's honestly just a coincidence I have it higher overboosted because I have wishlisted on the anniversary banner specifically to use on Sephiroth. And Aerith is the biggest change for me, and if you have Citric and equip it in main weapon slot, you have two options. You can break the sigils or just tank the hits and do DPS, and I have tried both ways and I can get a pretty much same score with either option. But of course if you have pulled on Ice Yuffie then you could go with 2 Ice DPS and do just big PP damage. But on first setup I'm going to ignore sigils and just go for pure DPS, and in this setup I have Aerith as healer and buffer, Sephiroth as DPS and Zack as debuffer, and I have nothing to debuff Dragon's attack and just went for DPS. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, Limit Break, Bahamut Rod for heals and to boost AB, Citric Wand to boost Sephiroth, Ultimate God Stick, Asuna Fork to cure the styes, Bio to poison the dragon, and this is just a defensive stat stick. And in sub-equipment slots I have Northern Lights, Micro Laser and Shiva. All have fire resistance and some HP or magic defense because Aerith will be targeted by the dragon. Zack has Icy Judgment with Pressure Ridge to debuff ice resistance, Arc Sword to debuff magic defense, Bio to keep the dragon poisoned, and these are just stat sticks. And in sub-equipment slots Zack has Guild Weapon with magic defense for allies, Stream Guard to boost Sephiroth's damage, and my best weapon with buff debuff extension. Sephiroth has Ice Arcanum outfit with Shiva, Edged Wings for DPS, Protector's Blade for stats, Genji and all materia as stat sticks. Then in sub-equipment slot Seth has Parasol for HP and Hand Sword for ice potency, and since I had Citric Wand on him previously, which I had to give it to Aerith, I gave him my best ice weapon that I have. At the beginning of the battle you want to poison the dragon as quickly as possible because otherwise you're losing precious seconds, because poison is actually insanely good on him. But here, after the dragon is poisoned, try to inflict all those buffs and debuffs. And also if you have Genji you can also stack it. But here Aerith will have to take the hit and I have nothing to debuff the dragon, so... And also his stomps, they reduce our command stance, so it hurts our DPS a little bit. I think I can squeeze in that one more attack. That was very close, but still. Because Edged Wings has a very slow animation. And of course, since it's ranking we have that lag. And hopefully I can also poison him again. Nope. Maybe here. Very good, because you want to have the dragon poisoned pretty much for the entirety of the battle. And if you find yourself very unlucky with poison, I recommend just quit and retry the battle. But also I'm not sure if I'll be able to get my summons in time. But also Port Breath, I managed to get it in time. If you forget about poison, it's not a big deal. Because it's just 2 AB that you have to waste. And yeah, actually I didn't get Shiva in time, but it's not a big deal. Actually, if you take a little bit longer to get Shiva ready, then you might get even a higher score. But yeah, that's the strat without breaking the sigil, so it hurts your DPS a little bit since the dragon lowers your command stance, and that makes you lose a little bit of DPS, but you can still kill it pretty quickly. I also have another setup to break the sigils, and the only difference is on this one, Aerith has Citric Wand in main weapon slot with Circle Sigil in boost slot, and Seth and Zack also have X Sigil in boost slots, but other than that all sub weapons are the same. So the battle starts exactly the same. Try to poison the dragon, that's why I have 2 bio, just in case. But now, since we are breaking the sigils, stay on Aerith and wait till you reach max stance. And now, as soon as you reach it, start breaking that circle sigil, otherwise you won't have enough AB and enough time to break them with Aerith, because for X you have 2 other characters, but for Circle it's only her, so you can break them only if you have max stance. And that should be fine, just 2 more. And bursting both Sephiroth's damage. Just 1 more, yes, it worked. Because you want to have the dragon poison the whole time, but Aerith didn't get hit because we broke the sigils, so he got staggered, but she will still get hit just after. But you can just quickly recover the HP, and you also get the AB, so try to do as much damage as you can on the dragon. And actually I'm gonna do this. With Citric Wand, that ice buff, it doesn't really benefit Sephiroth because Aerith buffs him with that Citric Wand ability, but if you don't have that Shivamu summon is actually great for that. And here, this attack, it doesn't hurt you at all, so it's just up to you if you want to go to defense on that or not. You can stay in offense and it will just tickle you. I'll need to buff Sephiroth here. And also I think it will be a very similar score. Yeah, pretty much the same, so for me, in my setup, it doesn't really matter if I break the sigils or not, because I get a very similar score. But I hope you found this guide helpful. There are 2 options, and I think you can try both of them and see what works out better for you. But yeah, I hope you found this guide helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.